My name is Marta Robles. For the last 20 years as a journalist, I have reported on what captures people's interest, what makes them happy or sad, what affects their life. Prem Rawat has been traveling the world for 40 years, ever since he was a child. He brings a message of peace that it is simple and has addressed millions of people all around the world. This life, he says, is a gift. Each of us, he says, can savor and enjoy this gift in our lifetime, regardless of our circumstances. The fulfillment that we are looking for, he says, is within. A message of hope which, in the troubled times in which we live, is uncommon and singular. Hello, Prem. It is really a pleasure to be with you today, because I have many questions to ask you. Thank you for being here.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for having me.
We switch on the television and read the papers and see war, more danger, more uncertainty every day. Is the world getting worse day by day?
It is.
Yes.
It is. It definitely is. We should be making strides towards peace. Mm-hmm. We should be making stride towards making this world a better place to live for each one of us, regardless of what country we come from or what religion we believe in. But instead of doing that, we seem to be taking a course which is very detrimental to the basic humanness. Mm-hmm. It's very detrimental to start dividing lines with religion and start making lines with all the things that we are doing. And of course, this is going to lead into wars, because this is not how we're meant to be. We do much better when we are in peace. We do much better when we are in that place of contentment.
Yeah, but we have explored the world, traveled in space, and still we have not found the way to live together in harmony and to find the peace. Why?
The focus seems to be so far away from us as human beings. Mm-hmm. It's placed so far away into a whole another category, into a whole another place. And we're saying, well, prosperity is going to bring us peace, when that is not the formula. Peace and then prosperity.
Nations and international institutions are very powerful, and maybe they could bring us the peace to this world, or not?
Well, we have to take a look at the record. And when we take a look at the record, that has not been the case. So much money is spent on creating weapons. So little is spent on the possibility of peace. You know, at a moment's notice, countries can mobilize all these people to have a war. Well, what button is there that you push for peace? There isn't one. When you have that kind of a formula going, when you have that kind of an imbalance going, I can't imagine what the consequences would be except for more wars. Mm-hmm. And this is what happens. Even though, yes, they are very powerful organizations, and they should be able to bring us peace, but they're looking for the peace in the wrong place. They have a formula for peace.
Yeah.
But that's not peace.
What is
because peace is something within, inside of us. And when we have felt that, then all those things that we desire might happen, but it begins from inside of each human being. That's the most important part.
But maybe this peace inside of us is sometimes hidden, no? Because we are looking for this peace inside of us, and we cannot find it.
Well, we have been looking for the peace outside of us. A long time ago, Socrates said, know thyself. I mean, that's got to be a clue. It's inside of you. Look inside of you for it. We like to look for things on the outside. That's where we are attracted. We are attracted to things on the outside. And when somebody says, know thyself, well, what does that mean for a lot of people? That means know my nature. Maybe know what kind of a personality I am. No. Much simpler terms. You are alive. What does that mean? Not in relationship to your job, not in relationship to your country, not in relationship to all those things, but to you. What does that mean to you as a human being who's alive for a limited period of time? What does it mean? And this, we don't pay attention to. We pay attention to everything else. And I'm not saying that we should throw away all those things. We should throw away our families, or we should throw away our job, or we should throw away our responsibilities. No. To acknowledge one more responsibility, to acknowledge one more thing that we need to do, to acknowledge one more need, one more necessity that we have. And that, to me, is looking within inside and feeling, not taking somebody's word for it, not making it a concept, not making it an idea, but actually feeling peace every single day of our lives. This is an individual thing. Every human being has to feel that joy. Every human being has to feel that beauty for themselves.
Right. You were speaking in front of thousands of people since you were 3 years old. I got a child of 3 years old, and I cannot understand. Then I think that you must have had an extraordinary conviction about what you had to say. Where did your assurance come from?
From within me, from my heart.
At the age of 3 years?
At the age of 3 years, it has to be the heart. It has to be the heart. You cannot learn stuff from the outside. It has to be what inspires you from within.
But that was a gift.
Every breath is a gift. So yes, it is a gift. But inside, each one of us has the same longing, the same desires. We all want to feel peace. We all want to feel love. We all want to be understood. We all want to feel good. And that is universal. That is so universal.
And it is universal also for everybody. It's so difficult to be in the way, to feel good and all these things. No, it's so difficult. Why?
Well, you can look at it as difficult, but it's a bit like this. You have a home, and in the home, you have made it very nice, and it's very beautiful, and it's very comfortable. And all of a sudden, you find yourself in a situation that you are away from your home, and things are not good, and maybe it's cold, and you wish you could go home. Because you know that when you're at home, it feels good. Well, maybe we need to come home. And the home is inside of us. The true home is inside of us. And if we can come home, we will have that comfort. It is a process of undoing, not doing. Start to look at things as they are, in the simplicity, in the beauty that they are. We are so eager for tomorrow that we have forgotten what it is like today. Tomorrow will come, but it'll come as today.
But it is impossible for the human being not to think about future. Don't you think so?
Yeah, well, but you have to also understand that future is what it is. And for a lot of people, it is just thinking, wishful thinking. Their wishes. I wish this will happen in the future, and I wish this would happen in the future. But it doesn't always work that way. Sometimes none of those things that we planned on happens. But in the moment called now, there is a beauty. In the moment called now, there is a home.